Hey everybody, Chris here from Test Speed Shop. I haven't done a video in quite a while. Been having some stuff go on, just basic summer crap. Had to take the wife to the hospital twice for things and stuff like that. So finally I'm going to try and get back into it. I have been working on the Firebird and have been doing stuff to it. And this is a little bit of an update of what's going on and what I'm going to be doing tonight. So the Firebird's been running really good. It does have some carburetor issues I got to take a look at. I need to do a heater core in it, and I'm going to put this, while I'm doing the heater core, I'm going to put this 4-barrel intake on it. And I have a Holly on the shelf. I have a 600 double pumper on the shelf, which is probably too much for it, but it's ready to go. It's all bagged up there. It was on Tom's car for a while, and it works real well, so I'll throw it on there for now and see what it does and see how it works and go from there. But I did buy some parts for it. I got some Pontiac chrome valve covers I bought up at Carlisle for 25 bucks. I think these might be off a Trans Am. I'm not sure. They've got the factory type chrome on it that's kind of rough and cheap looking. What else have I done to it? I had to replace all the clutch linkage because all the clutch linkage was so worn out. Here's the one. That's from the pedal to the Z-bar, and you can see how worn this is. And then the other one, this is my collection of parts I've removed from the Firebird. And this one here, if you can see, this is from the Z-bar to the clutch fork. And this thing is like pretty much finished. So to speak. It's pretty much done for. It's pretty much half of what it was. so I did that. So that works so much better since I did that. That's like night and day difference on how the clutch works. I put a new radiator in it. The old one's laying here on the floor. I'm keeping it. I need to box it back up and take it upstairs. So it's got a new radiator in it. Let me pop the hood here. There we go. Let's see, I put some plug wires on it that I had from my Chevelle. I had some extra plug wires. I had an extra cap and rotor and put that on, and new plugs. Of course, you guys know I put the water pump on it. Other than that, I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I got the wiper motor working. Ended up being a bad ground on the wiper switch, and here the wiper switch grounds through the headlight switch. So the headlight switch was loose, so I ended up tightening up the headlight switch, and then the wipers work. So don't get it. What else did we do? Put new wheel cylinders on it. Straighten the steering wheel out. Still got a little bit more work to do with that now. It seems to be pulling kind of bad. So I'm not sure if I got the toe off a little bit. It was kind of a pain to get it set up, but I'm going to drive it around a little bit more and see how that's going to work. But tonight's project I'm going to start is I want to get this heater core in because the car has no heat because the heater core is bad. Put the new water pump in and it just pretty much blew everything out. But other than that, the look of the car really hasn't changed any. It looks pretty much the same as it did. Haven't done any body work or nothing. I haven't tried. I've just been more concerned with shaking everything down and getting everything mechanically organized. One thing I did do is I put a set of the old fog lights in the high beams, which is kind of cool. So I'm still looking for a set of wheels for this. Still haven't found anything. So I'm hoping I'll come up with something. But other than that, that's about it. It's just been sporadic work on it here and there as I've been driving the car. So, but tonight's project is going to be getting this heater core out. I'm not quite sure what this entails, but we're going to go ahead and get started on it and see how we make out. I only have water in the radiator because the heater core was leaking and I knew I was going to take it out, so I figured there was no use in putting any coolant in it. So I need to drain that before it freezes. So I figure once I have all the water drained out of it, I'll pull that intake off, probably clean this up. I'll pretty the engine up and the engine compartment up a little bit. Make it look kind of nice under here. I did clean it up. This is actually, it actually came out pretty nice. I scrubbed under the hood, I cleaned the engine and stuff. I mean, it's still pretty filthy, but it came out pretty good. So, but yeah, there's still progress going on. Just sorry, I just haven't been able to get back to you guys on any of this and update anybody. As much, you know, I've been wanting to, but I just haven't had the chance to. Because like I said, when I do work on the car, it's kind of sporadic, and I just kind of just want to get it done and get it taken care of. But that's what's going on for now. So I'm going to start on this heater core and then I'll get back to you. Well, got the heater core out and it's definitely leaking. Got the box all out. Got a mess in here. Trying to get everything apart. This core is definitely bad. You can see it in the picture here how it's got all little wet spots on it. There's the antifreeze all stuck in it yet. So here's our new one. Looks like a made in China aluminum one, Spectra. I don't know about this. Yep, made in China. So let me go ahead and get this thing in, see if I can get it back together tonight. Don't know if I will. If not, I'll come back to you guys tomorrow and we'll see how we make out here. So until then, well, hey everybody, Chris here from Test and Speed Shop. It's a couple days later and I did get the heater core done. Got everything all back together. Heater core's in. I don't have it hooked up yet. I do have everything, all the pipes done and everything. They're all run through. Now I was talking to you guys about swapping this intake over here, putting a 4-barrel on it. But I don't know. I don't think I'm done with this 2-barrel yet. So today's project is I'm gonna take this 2-barrel off. This is probably like the 4th time this thing has actually come off the car, and I'm gonna see if I can finally get it to work straight, get it right. I don't know. I just don't want to give up on this thing. For some reason, this 2-barrel just works really well on this car, and you know, it does run really good with it. I mean, it's pretty powerful. I'm pretty satisfied with it. You know, obviously a 4-barrel would be way better, but I know there's going to be some linkage concerns and stuff like that when I put the 4-barrel on, and how the throttle hooks up and the throttle cable bracket and stuff. So I want to do a little bit more investigating on that kind of stuff, and I'm even thinking about even maybe going with an aluminum intake versus this cast iron one. So let me get into it here, get this carburetor off, and I'll get back to you. Well, here we are. I got the carburetor off the car. It's all apart on the table, well, partially apart. And I found the problem. There's, if you look, you guys probably can't see in here. Maybe just flashlight that. There we go. Maybe you'll see. See down there, there's a hole down at the very bottom. This is your accelerator pump well. And I had a couple problems going on here. First off, this is the new ball, but the old ball is in the box here, and it's all corroded. It was stuck down there and it wouldn't move. You can see it's kind of got rust and crap and shit on it, because this thing ended up sitting with some old gas in it, I think. And that check ball just stuck in there, and it's just all cruddy and full of garbage. So I got that loose. The other thing is my accelerator pump diaphragm is no good. So I had the old one. I actually had replaced that, and here's the old one. I'll put it back in. There's nothing wrong with it. It's still good yet. It's pliable and everything. So I'll put this one back in. This one just come apart, so it's no good. So there's one problem, and then the other problem was probably this this damn little check ball that ain't moving around. So let me get stuff back together here. Everything else looks good on it. I had already set the floats and adjusted the accelerator pump once before. I think everything's doing good. I know there's another check ball, because there's a big check ball, and you got to take out the tubes here and stuff. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not, to see if I can pop that one out, because you got to take this little T thing out. But I'm thinking I might just do that, because looking at how everything else is all crudded up in this thing, might as well just go through it and see what we can get figured out, and get it straightened out while we can. So, all right, let me get back to it. Oh, here we go. Got her all done, parts back together, heater hoses are on, we got heat in the car. So, engine seems to be running pretty good. So, just got to take it for a test drive and see how it's all going to work out. And I'm going to call this one done. So, when I get more projects done on the Firebird, I'll let you guys know. But that's where we stand so far. So, still working on stuff. Been running around, got almost 500 miles on it since I bought it. Slowly getting things done. So, alright guys, that's it for now. Talk to you later.